Swiss-built Harley-Davidson Street Bob redefines extravagant to shame sports bikes. Comes ready with Öhlins carbon wheels and Brembo componentry. In the event that you're on the lookout for a nitty-gritty Harley-Davidson cruiser, there's a high opportunity you've previously looked at the road bounce. All things considered, it guarantees straightforward underpinnings, exemplary looks, and shut down Milwaukee 8 factory for a lot of bang. Be that as it may, regardless of how great this might be, things can constantly improve. Furthermore, you better accept they will when one such cruiser raises a ruckus around town of Bundner Bike, a Switzerland-based expert in custom Harleys. Doing precisely that, the shop has prepared a custom road bounce that influences from its standard self to zero in on extreme execution to disgrace your number one game's bicycles. That as well, with parts from enormous names like Öhlins, Rotobox, and Brembo. We normally get going with the plan, yet this road bounce merits making an exemption for credit to its invigorated underpinnings. Up top, the cruiser says farewell to its gated adaptive forks and clears a path for completely flexible Öhlins topsy-turvy units. This is topped by a Rotobox projectile carbon fiber wheel that houses not one, however two, 320mm pedal rotors from Galfer braced by Brembo outspread calipers. A more critical look likewise uncovers a carbon fiber bumper instead of the OEM metal unit. At the far edge, the stock subframe stays with no guarantees, except for now joins together with a more extensive hacked bumper, indistinguishable from the fat bounce. Look carefully, and you'll likewise see a hand switch under the seat which offers the movable Öhlins STX46 monoshock tucked under the bodywork. A Rotobox carbon wheel, complete with a Redefining pedal rotor and a Brembo caliper, adjust things out back. In the meantime, Bundner Bike has enveloped the new wheels by super tacky Metzeler Racetech RR elastic, which alongside the lower, unsprung mass, ought to cause corner-cutting meetings to feel better as Christmas morning. Also, the Brembos will guarantee you don't need to design your slowing down well before the turn, as you in a perfect world would on the road sway. Shouldn't something be said about execution, you inquire? All things considered, in run-of-the-mill Bundner Bike design, the shop has the Milwaukee 8 114 V-twin motor with no guarantees. The main outstanding overhaul is a new, full-framework Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde exhaust framework that closures in a stout single would be able. However, we don't expect huge power acquires over the stock 119 pound-feet. We can clearly affirm a booming exhaust note. Essentially, the belt pulley instrument and 6-speed gearbox stay unaltered, but with slight changes to match the general stylish. Talking about feel, we at last come to the plan. Bundner Bike has enclosed the custom cruiser by a brushed metallic blue completion, with corroded hints and basic Harley-Davidson logos on the tank. The blue likewise stretches out to the motor push bars and heads. It feels excessively easy to us, given the overhauled underpinnings, yet we accept it will captivate everyone. Meanwhile, the shop has additionally focused on the better subtleties, clear from the custom grasps, tense back view mirrors, and the side-mounted tag holder. Investigate and you likewise notice the multi-projector all-drove fog light, matched with smooth drove blinkers front and rearward.